following contest is scheduled for a 2-hour time limit. Introducing first, coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, wrestling reporter and columnist Justin LaBar. And his opponent, you. Call, tweet, email, because you can go one-on-one with Justin LaBar in Wrestling Reality right now on Trib Live Radio.
So I'm patiently waiting for a thank you note from Stone Cold Steve Austin, because any heat that he might have had on him from the fans for not being at Raw 1000 in July, for not being at the 20th anniversary show last night of Raw, any heat he might have had, I deflected and took it over to me, to these bipolar fans, when I wrote a column earlier today on Bleacher Report talking about how it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable that he's booked at a hunting convention in Las Vegas, or that he decides to have knee surgery a week before the big show. I said it's unacceptable to not have your most popular and profitable star ever to be celebrating on these historical shows of your flagship show. And I do that, and I get tons of heat of people thinking that I'm whining. Well, I am whining, but I have a reason to whine, or saying that I'm a spoiled brat with this. Well, I am a spoiled brat. I know what good wrestling is, and that was not good wrestling. Had to get off my chest there first. It's Trib Live Radio, Wrestling Reality, one-on-one with me, Justin LaBar. And this is my problem. So Stone Cold ends up not being there, and Shawn Michaels was also booked last night as well, was booked in Vegas and was not there last night. So WWE decided that they would then not use The Undertaker, not use Bret Hart, not use anybody like that, any big-name legend who we would once maybe expect to be there, because they did not want to highlight or put pressure and single out the fact and draw attention to the fact that Austin and Michaels are not there. I had heard this weekend that there was no Austin on the script. Like there was, that there was different scripts and everything, and all of them at different times had Taker potentially put into it and had Hart here, but there was never anything of Austin. And I got told this over the weekend. I didn't report it. I didn't do anything, because I had a hard time really, even if he wasn't in the script, I figured, well, maybe they're going to toss him in last minute, or it's Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's going to be there, so I felt it would have been a bad report to put up there. I did, however, at least figured I could tweet, and I did tweet at 4:45 Monday afternoon. I said, just letting you know what I've heard as of this weekend, no Austin in the script, but it's wrestling, anything could happen. Figuring that he would probably show up. And nobody was there. They didn't have, or at least nobody appeared on TV, I should say. And now I find out, as I exclusively put on WrestleZone just a few hours ago, as I said, they decided to hold back and get rid of everybody else not being on the show because they did not want to draw attention to Austin. Look, Raw 1000 didn't sneak up on anybody. You can count the shows. We knew when 1000 was going to come, but he decides that he was going to have knee surgery. That goes back to July. We talked about it. You can go find the archived episode. And I had said, believe what you want to believe, and most people are going to believe the wrestler, and Austin blogged about it. And in his blog, he talked about, I wasn't there because I had surgery, knee's been in terrible shape, whatever. Well, sure, he did have surgery, but again, I say, why do you do it a week or two before the show? What I said, and I still stand by that I know what I know, is one of the reasons that he maybe didn't go out of his way to be at Raw 1000, and then he did have the surgery when he did, is he was upset that WWE wasn't promoting his Redneck Island show. They weren't doing the promotion he thought they were going to do. They weren't doing the promotion that they gave to Shawn Michaels to his Macmillan River adventures. And then there's this one. There's the 20th anniversary. Again, didn't sneak up on anybody. It didn't sneak up on anybody. We've known when the show's going to be. So I'm not hating on Steve Austin for having a life after wrestling. It's great. I am not hating on the fact that the guy is still worth a lot. His name means something. He's got, TV shows, movies, and then he does get bookings like this. I mean, everybody loves Stone Cold. I'm a huge Stone Cold fan. That's awesome for him that he's got life after wrestling. But and these guys don't owe everything to WWE, and WWE doesn't own them. But what they do owe and do need to remember is that WWE is what made them. So on these big historical shows, don't take a booking at a hunting show. I mean, I'm just saying, just try to keep that clear on the thing. Yes, I'm whining because he was not there and nobody else was there. On WWE's defense, they did not advertise. They never officially advertised any of these people, so it was us and the fans and the internet that hyped this up. But we hyped it up with good reason. It was a 20th anniversary show. you have to. How can you not have the Undertaker, the guy who was in the main event of the very first Raw? How can you not have Shawn Michaels, the other guy who was still involved with the company, who was on the very first show and he was Intercontinental Champion? How can you not have Stone Cold Steve Austin, who was the most profitable guy in this 20-year period? Come on, man. 412-320-7925 is the number to call. sportstalk@tribweb.com. Tweet me at Justin LaBar. I'll be back. Whew.